Okay, today I'm going to show you what I did to my catch can, how I install it. This is the PVC right there, and the PVC goes through one of the port underneath here, and then the other side it comes out to a filter, as you can see right there. My only place that I could find is right here, the mounting. That way I can actually check right here. That's the check valve right there to see how much I got. This is a new installation, so you probably won't see anything in there. I also capped this off because it was hitting this, so I rerouted to there. The filter. That's supposed to go to this side for the passenger side. Usually you want to do both. But as of right now, I just vent it out. As you can see, there's a little smoke coming out of there. And I just bought a cap to cap this here, because usually it goes right here and it comes to here, and that's the passenger side. In my case, I would need two, actually. I would need two catch cans, because you don't want to limit that. Like, if they will come both together, they might have issues. But in this case, it has a breather, so it might work. But in my case, I just did it this way because I didn't want to cause vacuums, because there is a vacuum. This PVC actually went back to the vacuum and then goes to that. But as you notice, you see, if you really look really close, you can see a bunch of steam rising. You won't be able to see it, but if it's long enough, you'll see a bunch of steam rising. And then another part right here, which is the oil. And if you lift this up, you can see it right there. And that steam there, see, you can see it. If you look really close, there's a little steam coming out of there. That steam there actually affects this here. So when I close this, then it revert back to here. And now you can see like a bunch of them coming out right there. And if you notice, the engine runs really smooth. It doesn't affect as much. I find that before this was moving a lot, now it moved less. So that's how I know the engine shakes a little bit less now. And it runs really smooth, a lot smoother than it was before. So my guess is the moisture. I'm gonna pause the video and then I'm gonna show you the exhaust. Okay, this is the exhaust here, and you notice it's dripping a lot right there. And you can see little steam coming out of there. So my guess is there might be a lot of moisture. If you can see, look at that. And today's pretty warm, and it has a lot of moisture coming out. And that is why I did it. If you look at it right there, you can see tons of it. Oh, my fan just kicked in, my electronic fan. How I solve that, this is the kit that comes with it. There's actually an area where you can actually stick these stainless steel thing in to do it. And also too, I didn't have the connector. They gave you all this, but see how big this is? This is pretty big. So what I did was I grind all this down and I took this out. So all there is just something looking like this right here. Just a blank piece, like sort of like that, so you can get the port to go back down. Whoops, I just lost a spring. Doesn't matter, worthless spring anyway. So that's what I did. I grind it down. I use this as a housing, and then I put my tube on. The only thing I didn't like was the tube that they came with. I tested the other tube that I had in the other car, and it was really soft, so I didn't like that. So I went to Home Depot and I used these rubber holes right here, and it seems to be holding pretty good. I thought the rubber holes would have been a problem when it comes to heat, but it's not. So that's my only thing. I used everything else. I didn't have to buy anything else except for that rubber hose, because I didn't like it. So that was my only bought extra for this thing here. Although this is purple and it was only $14.97, but it's actually really good quality. If you open that and you take it out, there's actually a filter housing too. So they did a really good job with it for $14.97. I'll put a link onto my video here, and you can see it. Maybe you can buy one. It will save you a little bit of money. But as far as here, I'm gonna open this again before I end the video, and you can see that? You can see a lot of smoke coming out of there. See how much moisture there is in there? So my guess though, I believe there's a little leakage of coolant leakage into the engine, and that's what's causing it. So if you have problem with valve gaskets, the head gasket, I guess, it must have a little tiny leakage, something in there. Instead of me repairing all this stuff, that's why I put the catch can in, so that way it'll catch some of the stuff, because on the PVC side over there, you can actually see a bunch of oil coming out. Before I went to this venture. So, and also too, I like to note, it was really hard starting. It starts, like right now, if I leave this on for a while and lift up this cap, you would see a bunch of moisture in there. But by doing this, it's no longer, because it's venting out, it's no longer having moisture build up. And when you first start this in the morning, or raining nights, or things like that, we have a hard time starting it. It takes a little while to start it. But now it starts right up right away. And the storm we had yesterday was a lot. Like, it was raining a lot. And I thought I was going to have a problem starting today, but it started up right away. And as you can see, there's a lot of moisture. I'll show you. See that? Look how much moisture I got right here already. A minute ago it was only to here, now it's going down to there. And see, you can see the exhaust. It's still dripping. So there is a lot of moisture in there. So if you have this problem with moisture and you see tons of stuff coming out of your exhaust, or when you see like blue smoke, like dark smoke, try this method before you're repairing anything else. It'll help you start up a lot better for sure, because the moisture in there, it will help. It will have you have a problem starting your car. But now, like I said, because the moisture is escaping and it's coming out of there, like how I vented right there, I have this here, the extra one. I bought an extra one, and I just vented out. And this was only like $4. So for $4, you don't have to deal with the headaches and stuff. So anyway, like it also too, if you're PVC, you can actually just, on the note on that, you just cut this off right here. I put it on the grinder and I grind it until it comes out, until this whole piece bottom comes out, and then I just use that as a housing, because see how this is? It sits, for mine, it sits right into it, and then it comes out, and then that's where the tube comes out. So I use that as that. But if yours is different, or if you can use these extra right here, these stuff, I didn't use extra those because I didn't need it, but they did give you a lot of stuff, like all different connections, see, different sizes. If you can't use those, then use your PVC and do that. But if I deleted my PVC on this case because I wanted to go to the catch can. But if you can't use those, then you're gonna have to do those. But if you can use these, then you don't have to do the other ones. And save all your connections as well. That way, in case something happened, you can always put it back. Or like if you live in California and stuff, a state that is actually illegal to do this, you can put it back for the inspections, and then you put it back for, then redo it again. Do it in a way that you'll be able to flip back and forth. But in New Hampshire, you don't. It is not required, and plus the car is old, so you don't really need to. The emission does not count with this type of car because it's past 1994, I guess. I'm not sure on that, but it's actually 2000 and I believe it's 2002 on. I'm not sure on that one, but so this is 1996, so it doesn't count. So I can actually do this. But for you, you probably have to reroute it in a way that will pass inspection, because that's considered as a smog, because it's vented out right now. I probably get another can and put it over here somewhere, but you would require 2 cans. To do it properly, you have to have 2 cans, because one, it's like they both would be. That's why they call it the breather. This side is actually the breather here. The other side just out only. That's the exhaust only, and that's why you see a bunch of oil in the PVC, and that's why they put it there, because it's the PVC valve. It's like a one-way valve. That's what that is. But anyway, I hope you find this video useful, because it's pretty easy and simple. If you got another can, you would do the same thing to this side. But let me go through one more time. From your PVC, you go out to your out port, and then you can have this port here, wing it back to the vacuum line, or you can vent it out. In my case, that's what I did, venting it out right here. And so whatever it is goes down to there, and what that does, it goes down to there, and I have a little filter down there, and it'll catch whatever it could before it venting out to here. And I have a filter anyway, so mostly air would come out. The steam, oils, and all that stuff will get stuck in there before it actually goes out. But on this side here, that's the passenger side. For now, I just do this because I had problems starting, so I'm just testing this out for now. But once I know for sure how it behaves and stuff like that, then I'll probably put another can in to catch whatever it is there, and then vent the rest out. So I'm going to do the same thing, but venting it out on one side, same thing on the other side. It's just going to be 2 cans instead, because I don't want to have vacuum issues. For 15 bucks extra, I'm not gonna sit there and deal with vacuum issues. But anyway, I hope this video will find useful to you, especially if you have starting issues. This will definitely solve it, because it did for me. As you can see, bunch of moisture all over the place. And look, it's getting hot right now. You can see it. See how much it is coming out? Like little speck, and it's windy out right now, so you can't see, but there's a lot. And it's really windy right now. But anyway, so that's how I solved the starting issue on here, and I hope that will help you.